Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so a commenter said to me in the comment section, he says, well, I forgot what he said exactly, but something to the effect of, because I came out with my video yesterday about Klitschko and Joshua, and I said, when Klitschko gets hit, is he going to still be obsessed with, becoming world champion? Because we know Klitschko has been talking about how obsessed he is with beating Anthony Joshua. Okay, so commenter in that video in the comment section said, look what a out of shape Dillian Whyte was able to do to Anthony Joshua. So, and I watched this fight plenty of times, man, but I'm not sure what was it that Dillian Whyte was able to do to Anthony Joshua. This is the second round. This is the round that Dillian Whyte hit him with the left hook. And literally, you guys, I mean, well, when I watched the fight, I counted about, 8, 9 seconds where it looked like Joshua was in trouble, like 8 seconds. And then he regrouped and he got actually hit with another good right hand by Dillian Whyte. And probably the last minute of round two, White was landing some good shots here and there. But I thought, if anything, and we can credit Anthony Joshua for being able to take that big left hand that he didn't see, because he got countered with a left hook after he threw a straight right hand. He didn't bring his glove back to his chin, left his glove low. White came over the top, boom, with a left hook, stun him. So then he landed a nice right hand probably about 20 seconds after that. Joshua was able to regroup, and the round was over with after that. And after that, Joshua got back to the jab. I mean, Dillian Whyte, if you're the aggressor against somebody like Whyte, that's why I like Whyte fighting anybody that's aggressive, because he's not going to back down from the fight. If he can dictate the pace, then Whyte, he may choose to, let some work go and try to work on his jab and his movement, kind of what he did against David Allen. But if you're the aggressor and you're trying to be aggressive towards him, he's going to make for entertaining fights because he's not going to back down. Dillian Whyte is the last guy that's going to back down from a fight. And I thought Joshua put out a lot of energy in round one trying to get Dillian Whyte out of there. If you look at the fights after this fight, for me at least, Joshua's technique, his timing, his pace, and just keeping his guards tight and slipping, because he's not the most Joshua gets criticized a lot for being a stiff, kind of upright type of fighter. I mean, come on, you guys. The dude is 6'6". What is he? 245, 250 pounds, 6'6". He's not going to look like a junior welterweight moving in there. He's not going to look like a lightweight. He's a big dude. But what he does do a good job of is slipping punches side to side versus, bending at the waist. Although he did it in this fight a few times, especially towards the end where Whyte was throwing big hooks and Joshua just ducked under him. You know what I mean? Joshua did a good job in the Molina fight and the Brazil fight of when he did step back from punches and he was getting out of the way of punches. He'll take a half a step back or a full step back with his gloves tight and high, and he was ready to either parry a punch coming at him with his own punch, or he was ready to slip. So his defensive awareness has gotten better since this fight. He's actually gotten better, in my opinion. He actually started, and his punches and his combinations look faster and sharper, and he's working his left hand a lot better. Dillian Whyte in this fight, credit to him, is he is willing to put himself in a position where he was able to land that left hand by punching when Joshua punches, or trying to catch and counter, or catch and pitch, as Paula Malignaggi pointed out after the round. He's not trying to initiate holds and clinches. He's trying to throw his hands back. Dillian Whyte will turn into a high value puncher if he's being pressured, whereas Wladimir, he's looking to grab. He's not trying to get into shootouts unless he's in control, at least from what I've seen of Wladimir, man. You guys may have a different outlook on what you see of Wladimir, but that's just what I see, especially in the last, 4 or 5 years with Wladimir. So Dillian Whyte put himself in a position to land that left hook. Now, I've also said that the last time I seen Wladimir look great was the Pulev fight. And which punch was it that he was landing right on the money? The left hook. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see now, man. Don't get me wrong, but the way Dillian was able to land it, he was able to catch and then pitch. Whereas Wladimir, the left hook, he was landing on Pulev. He was sneaking it in there, and he was leading with it. And he was kind of hooking off his jab. But I know he was, kind of leaping in with it and sneaking it in. He was being the aggressor with it. Dillian Whyte did his in a counter punching type of manner. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, people point to this like this second round meet like, yeah, he got exposed. I'm not saying that the commenter said that, but I'm hearing this a lot. Just when guys, it's weird with, talking boxing today. If a guy gets hit with a good punch or gets hurt or gets knocked down or hell loses a round or two in a fight, he's exposed. It's like, man, this is the fight game, man. Do you really think these guys are going to get in the ring and not get hit, not get knocked down? Some guys can, are lucky enough to go through their career without it happening, but 9 times out of 10 is that's gonna happen. The big thing is how do you respond when it happens? To me, you're more exposed when you don't respond like a fighter, or if you get knocked out, or if you want to quit. That's when you're exposed. If you get hit and you stumble, and then you regain, your you can get your mind back right and get back on your square and get back to boxing and pumping out the jab and doing that. To me, you didn't get exposed. To me, you show when you do get rattled, bam, you're right back in the fight. Exposed to me, the way I look at it is when you get hit with something clean or, you know what I mean? And then you're going down all the time or you're stand down or you're quitting. To me, that's when you're exposed, not just when you simply get hit and buzzed. It's the fight game. I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, man. If anything, I think Dillian Whyte has. I mean, I think that Joshua has gotten better since the Dillian Whyte fight, and so I'm not sure what it is that Dillian Whyte did to Anthony Joshua. Then to put a cherry on top of all of this, Joshua ended up knocking Dillian Whyte out, clean knockout. Nothing controversial about it at all. So, and Dillian Whyte's a good fighter, man. He is a pretty, a good heavyweight. I like Dillian Whyte. To me, I didn't think he was out of shape. I know he got hurt during the fight, but he didn't. Now, was he in the best shape he can be? I guess we can argue that, but he didn't look out of shape to me. It looked like he came to win. He was confident, undefeated, hungry, and he wanted to win. And he, went in there and he got knocked out. You know what I mean? And I think that Joshua has gotten better since this. His technique has gotten better. Now, some of you may say his technique has looked better because he's been in there with guys who are probably not as good as Dillian Whyte. You can argue if Dillian Whyte's better than Brazil and Molina and all those guys, but to me, it has lots to do with Anthony Joshua because even in those fights, those latter fights, he came out using his jab, being much more calm and fighting at a different pace than trying to just, get a guy out of there quickly. And his defense looked tighter and he looked sharper in those fights. So to me, it looked like he's maturing, but that's just how I see it, man. What do you guys think about, fans always going back to this Dillian Whyte fight? Do you guys think that, hey, this is the blueprint to beat him? Do you guys think he's gotten better? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I've already let my opinion be known. I'm out.